Attracting the best talent. Learn how to create a 3-part job announcement and find talent to support your childcare business. Today's conversation, we will talk through creating an effective job announcement and exactly how or ways that you can connect with top talent. Having or not having quality employees can make or break you in the childcare business. Your administrators, teachers, aides, cooks, receptionists, and everyone else who you hire are absolutely critical pieces to providing a safe and enriching environment for children in your care, as well as comfort and peace of mind among parents and guardians. However, finding that talent can often be difficult. To help you with this process, here is a simple yet effective research-based approach to finding and attracting the best talent for your organization. There are 2 important ideas that will have an huge impact in your ability to connect with the best talent for your business. That is creating a 3-part job announcement and finding the right talent. These principles can be put to use by your childcare business, whether you're seeking a part-time employee or multiple full-time positions that are critical to your operations. So let's discuss the job description versus a job announcement and the differences between the two, because it is important to understand that there is a difference. A job description is an important tool for human resource management, especially for larger centers. The job description defines the job and the minimum requirements needed for the position. It functions like your contract with the employee by letting the employee know all the important things that somebody who does this job needs to know or be able to do. This may include things like how much experience they must have, such as must need 2 years of experience in childcare, or the education that they must have. For example, if a CDA is required for the position. And in some cases, there can even be physical requirements for the position, such as all employees must be able to lift 40 pounds. So job descriptions are really important to have in place, especially if you have multiple employees, because they provide clarity about expectations. If there are any questions that come up later about what the position requires. A job announcement, on the other hand, serves a very different purpose. The full job description provides a lot of details that, while relevant, may not be necessary to explain upfront. As such, when you're trying to recruit people, having that full job description out there as the first thing prospective applicants see may be confusing or overwhelming to them. The role of the job announcement is to present to prospective applicants. Here's why you want to come work for us. It is more about creating a document that both tells a person about the job, but also explains to them why they should want to work for you. This is an important piece of recruitment that should function more like a sales document more than anything. Think of it like trying to sell the job to an individual. To attract top talent, it is well worth the effort to take the time to craft a high quality job announcement. In lean recruitment, we recommended a 3-part job announcement comprised of 3 main sections that we like to call the why, the what, and the how. So let's get into them. The why. Why should an individual choose your organization as their place of employment? The what. What skills and capabilities are most essential for success in the position? And the how. How can prospective applicants apply? So let's look into each one of these sections into a bit more detail. In terms of the why, which would be the first section of your job announcement, you will want to explain exactly why an individual should choose your organization as their place of employment. This doesn't have to be lengthy, maybe 5 or 6 sentences, but what you want to convey is what it is about your business that should make them want to take that step into the unknown and come and work for you. How do you stand apart as an employer? Is your workplace a fun environment? Is it an opportunity to help children who need help the most? What inspires you and your current employees about working at your business? What is exciting about it? What do employees get out of being a part of your organization? Those are the things that you want to include in this first section. This is also where you'll want to include your basic business information, such as where you're located, the neighborhood you're in, and what's nearby. The what. In the next section, you want to talk about the what. This section says what skills and capabilities are most essential for success in the position, the most valuable to your business. Often, there are ultimately so many skills and capabilities that would be useful for an employee to have, and we want to thoroughly list them all to improve our chances of landing the best possible prospect for the position. However, research shows that the more skills and capabilities you include in your job announcement, the less likely somebody is to really assess it and apply for the job, because they begin to see all the things that they can't do rather than the ones they can. So keep this section to the 7 or 8 most critical items that you feel are important for them to succeed in the position. In your final section, you will include what we call the how. This section outlines how prospective applicants apply for the position. What information are you going to want to know? Do you need a copy of their license when they apply, or their certificate when they apply? Do you need other information up front from them, such as them filling out an official job application? These are the questions that you will want to include in this final section. As you're drafting your announcement, don't hesitate to look for inspiration from online job sites. As you're drafting your announcement, don't hesitate to look for inspiration from online job sites. It's often a great idea to see what other announcements for childcare providers in your area or even across the nation are highlighting as important whys and whats. This is a great way to understand how things are being discussed and communicated currently in the market. Once you've created your job announcement, it's also a good idea to test it before you start sending it out in the world. Try starting with 2 or 3 of your friends, maybe somebody in the childcare industry, but also somebody who isn't. Ask these trusted contacts for their honest opinions. Is your job announcement clear? Does it make sense? Is this something where they would want to look at the job and say, yeah, this is kind of interesting? If your job announcement is appealing to these few contacts, it's a good bet that it will be appealing to prospective applicants as well. So now let's discuss finding talent. Now that you have your job announcement, how do you get it into the hands of people that you want to hire? Most people start with posting the job announcement online or on local job boards. Additionally, using statewide and national professional organizations and associations is another approach to getting the information out. So let's talk about a passive versus active talent search. While those approaches that we just mentioned are a good first start, they're considered passive approaches. What this means is that you're just sending out information out there and seeing if people who are looking for jobs find your job announcement and apply. This may not be the most efficient or effective way to find people because it's based on the assumption that the talent you want to attract to your organization is A, already looking for a job, and B, that they're going to find your particular job announcement, and then C, apply for it. Research shows that more active methods of searching for talent is more effective in connecting your job announcement with top talent than passive approaches. This does not mean that you have to hire a big recruiting firm to help you with the process. What this does mean is that you will want to take steps to ensure that your job announcement reaches the hands of your two most important audiences, candidates and connectors. Candidates are the people who are going to apply for the job. That childcare professional who sees your announcement and decides to apply. You can reach out to candidates that you know that are in your network. Connectors, in turn, essentially expand your network and increase the number of candidates that you will reach. One of the easiest ways to start with connectors is among the people who you already know, your friends, your current employees, and the families that you currently serve. It can be really important to let them know because they can serve as your most effective connectors. Again, this does not need to mean that they're hunting down people like a recruiting firm would do. Simply, these people you know, simply you just let these people know that you're hiring and then ask them to think a little bit about some of the people they may know who might be interested in a job like yours. They can then share your announcement with anyone who comes to mind and help you get the word out. This can be the simplest way to extend your ability to reach talent right in your area. Further, you may want to offer some incentives to families or employees, something as simple as giving them $50 or $100 if you hire someone that they refer. This provides a nice thank you for their efforts and again, saves you time because they're doing the searching for you. Another useful group of connectors can be other professionals in the childcare field. Not everyone is extremely competitive, and there may be people that you know in the childcare field who don't see you as a threat, who would be happy to help connect you with anyone who comes to mind. You may even want to share it directly with some childcare staff or personnel who you think would be good employees, maybe at other locations. Again, it could be very simple. Maybe it's a simple text via Facebook Messenger, sharing the announcement with them and saying, hey, if you know anyone, let us know, with hopes that they may have someone in mind who would be a good fit or may be interested in the position themselves. Social media is another valuable resource as increasingly jobs are being found through this avenue of informal communication. We have seen childcare providers who have been very successful in posting announcements on local community Facebook groups or a local parents group, because again, many of the parents will be attracted to childcare hours and have skills that directly relate to your business. Posting in some of these places informally can be another way to further extend your ability to reach others. So, some pro tips. As we enter the post-pandemic job world, it's that we're seeing every indication that securing top talent is going to be highly competitive. This may be a time where you want to consider bonuses and incentives for new hires to be paid back if they leave your organization in less than 6 months. You can also offer incentive pay and say that for a period of time, like the first 3 months, especially while there's still stimulus money around or available, that you will pay a slightly higher rate to get talent into your organization. These same can be true about your existing employees, because what you don't want to do is have wage compression, which occurs when you start hiring new people at a higher rate of pay because there's so much competition in the labor market. This can leave your existing employees who have been loyal to you or with you for years suddenly feel like they're making much less than incoming employees. As such, you may want to consider employee retention initiatives, such as offering incentives for people to remain with you in your organization, like temporary bonuses or temporary wage increases. Stimulus funding is a great way to be able to afford to do that. So help is available. As always, don't hesitate to reach out to your business coach for more help at texas@ecebizcoach.org, whether it's to review or to build your job announcement or to find ways that you can search for and choose the right talent for your organization. Coaching is available if you have a particularly tough time finding talent and require more support. So you are encouraged to check out childcare.texas.gov for these resources, plus additional relevant business topics available in English and Spanish, and also to request coaching support. Thank you.